hello, my friends, you remember me.
Who are you?
I'm the chap who sometimes in those shows you like to see. Well, they gave me my own show and I thought, what should it be? Then I said, I know. What? An awards ceremony. But not for best actor and not for best score. And not for best director, because we've had all those before. And not for cinematographer, but that would be a bore. No, let's discuss achievements that the other shows ignore. And commend things formerly undebated. Yes, we'll honour those uncelebrated. So thanking you, my ladies and my lords, it's the Mad Lucas
Good evening and welcome to the Matt Lucas Awards, the show that gives the awards other shows don't give, whether it's Ugliest Supermodel or Best Surprise in a Kinder Egg. Yes, tonight I'll be deciding who's going to be going home with one of these beauties, the Lucas Award. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Now, I'm joined in the kitchen, as ever, by my mum. Hello, Mum.
Hello. Hi,
And
everybody.
on keyboards, Mr. David Arnold. And to provide the nominations, will you please welcome my guests, Julian Clary, Maureen Lipman, and Alex Horn. Come join, make your way. Hello there. How are you? Have a seat, Alex. Hello there, lovely to see you. Team for showbiz. Hello there, sir. A nice handshake there. There we go. Welcome to the show. Maureen, you've been awarded the CBE. You've won an Olivier Award. What's the most interesting award you've won, though?
I've got two interesting awards. One is the Yorkshire Woman of the Year, for which I had a hat made out of Yorkshire puddings.
Really?
Yeah. And also, I've been awarded by the City of Hull, twinned, as you know, with Sierra Leone. I have been awarded a 260-ton sewage device called Maureen. Yeah.
How lovely.
Yeah. I've never seen it because it's always under the earth, but,
right.
or the sea or something.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right, it's time for our first award of the evening, which focuses on technology. But we're not going to bang on about laptops and smartphones, because this prize celebrates those lesser appliances that we could do perfectly well without. Your nominations, please, for the Lucas for most redundant technology. Julian.
Deep fat fryer.
Maureen.
Phone box.
Alex.
Shoelaces.
So, the nominations for most redundant technology are the deep fat fryer, the phone box and shoelaces. So, Julian, what's going on here? You just prefer oven chips, or...?
Well, there's no need to have a deep fat fryer in your house nowadays, is there? You don't need anything deeply fried in a deep fat fryer. And I do have northern friends who fry everything. You find the whole house smells of fat, which I find off-putting. So I think they're kind of obsolete and unhealthy and unnecessary.
Maureen, do you fry much?
Yeah, I like a nice bit of fried fish.
Yeah?
Do you deep fat fry them?
How dare you?
Alex, are you a big fryer?
I would love a deep fat fryer, but I'm not allowed with my wife and my mum. Don't let me get one, because I see them as amazing sort of magic machines that you put anything in them and it'll come out tasting nice.
Yeah?
But we're not allowed them, not allowed them. My wife is very, not lovely.
I think the problem is, Julian, that you have not explored the full potential of the deep fat fryer. We've actually prepared some deep fried delicacies here for you. So, Mum, if you can bring those over, please.
Incredibly unhealthy looking fried food. You ought to try. There you go.
Thank
Help
you very
yourselves.
much. Thank you. So, Julian, what do you think?
They look absolutely awful. I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Are you not?
Well, I don't say that to many people.
Go on, it's pretty harmless, Julian.
It's a deep-fried Brussels sprout, look.
Is this in the interest of light entertainment?
What do you think it is? Well, you know what it is now, probably. What is that?
Some old... Oh, I say. Oh, it's sweet. Is it chocolate?
Mm-hmm. What type of chocolate?
Mars bar?
It's a Ferrero Rocher, Julian.
Oh, is it? Can I tempt you?
Of course you can. Yeah, would you like
I love one, thank you. You're spoiling us.
Very nice. OK. Any thoughts?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yep. You thought it couldn't be improved upon, you were wrong.
It's like a sort of beautiful painting in my mouth.
Really? What type of painting, Alex?
Sort of chocolate.
Right. You took the metaphors only so far and then you thought, I'm done with that. He's pressed me, but I'm not going to go there. It's a chocolate painting.
Exactly.
OK. Now, what's next? Here we go. Maureen?
Oh, I'm funny about food. What is
We
that?
have a... OK.
Is it a frog?
It's not a frog.
No.
It's strictly kosher, Maureen, don't
Right.
worry. What do you think it might be?
I think it could be an ice cream.
It's not an ice cream.
This is like I'm a celebrity, get me out of it.
It is, isn't
exactly.
it? It's like a bush tucker trail. This one is called the big sting, and you have to put your head inside a wasp. Enjoying it?
It's pear soap.
It's not... No, it is a food. I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, it's something without any taste. What is it?
Why don't you have a bite first?
I'd love to. Thank you.
Would you like to try one, Junior?
Is it sweet or savoury?
It's neither.
Oh, it's Weetabix.
Correct, deep-fried Weetabix.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Yeah? Thank you. Yep, OK. All right, very interesting. Now, if we are talking bush tucker trials, Alex...
Thank you.
Oh, he's having both.
You'll probably only go for the one. Careful, it might drip this one, so I'd protect yourself. Or maybe you're just one of those mucky people.
Maybe I
And your
am.
wife goes, Alex, I can't take you anywhere.
That's...
Are you one of those?
She's... Yeah.
Yeah? Here we go. Just before you eat it, I've been told it's absolutely foul. I wouldn't try it. But anyway, carry on.
Oh, it's all right.
What is it?
Satsuma.
It's a deep-fried satsuma, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. That is right. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
Deep-fried satsuma.
Go on, you only live once.
I quite like it.
Careful, it will spill.
Well, you don't actually have to... If you just pierce it, then you can suck it. You get a reward quite quickly.
You do. Julian, does that change your mind at all?
No, not at all. They were really horrible. And they were all done about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Maureen, you've chosen as your most redundant piece of technology the phone box.
Well, I've chosen a phone box because I'm very, very fond of phone boxes. I love the design. I think they're, you know, amazing examples of British architecture, if you like. However, who goes in a phone box now except a we? And so I don't see the point of them, really. And when I first came to London to go to drama school, I was looking for digs, and I went in the Earl's Court tube station, and there were a line of boxes, and I went in the third box, and it rang. The phone rang in the box. So I was mystified. I thought maybe that's what happens, you know, in London. So I picked it up, and I said, "Hello, Earl's Court tube station." And a voice said, "Can I speak to Mr. McNamara, please?" So I said, "I'm very sorry, you've got the tube station." He said, "Well, in that case, would you like the end of my..."
What?
And this was so... I took it absolutely in my stride. I said, "No, thanks, I've just put one out." And then I looked further down, 3 rows down, in the first box, someone was ringing me in the third box. So, you know, you see, it was like a little scam that was going on.
Where did Mr. McNamara come into it, then?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Did you think it was a secret homosexual
I didn't know what homosexuals were in those days,
Mr.
Julian.
McNamara?
We didn't have them in Hull. No.
Alex, do you miss the phone box?
I do. I think people do like conversation to be private. I quite often go into a phone box with my mobile and do the conversation in there, and I'd quite like a mobile phone box. So like a box that I could bring with me on wheels, just go down the street, put in a phone box. I don't know how it practically would work, but I'd love it if we were all just in our phone boxes, walking on so we couldn't hear each other.
Phone boxes traditionally just never worked, did they? Somebody put chewing gum in them, somebody had used them for, you know, as a toilet. Or actually, I was in Leicester Square once, and I was using a phone box, and suddenly I heard this voice, "Oh, it's George Dawes. it's George Dawes. And there were two men just outside the phone box, very, very close up, and I kind of looked at them and went, oh, hello, hello, hello. And then I looked down and saw that they were both having a pee up against the door. And then they sort of looked at me and saw that just for a split second I was looking at their peni. And I go, hey, George Dawes, what are you looking at penises for? Oh, pervert. Oh. Can I just say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're standing in the street with your thing in your hand, you can't call anyone else a pervert, all right? They were nice, though. Alex, you've gone for shoelaces as your redundant technology. How come?
Well, I'm very rarely sort of angry or passionate, but this issue, I think it is an issue, the issue of shoelaces. It just winds me up, because the current system, you're probably aware of, that when you go out of the house, you put your shoes on, you have to tie your laces, you come back in, you have to untie them. When you go out again, you have to tie them, depending on whether you're allowed your shoes indoors or not. Obviously, I'm not, because my wife. But terrific wife. And so it means you spend so long doing your shoelaces. The average person in this country spends a total in their lifetime of 4 years tying the shoelaces.
Right, that's scientifically proven, that, is it?
That is, it's exactly 4 years each. And that means, for me, that's just a tragic sort of waste of human life. If you spent, instead of doing your shoelaces, if you, like, got a job, like as a lawyer, for 4 years, you could earn... I think the average person basically wastes £250,000 doing the shoelaces. And that's not including the cost of the shoelaces.
Of course. So which can be as much as 89p.
Yeah, maximum. But I wear slip-ons. I pop them on, pop them off. I've saved enough time and money. I go skiing 1 month a year now, paid for by my slip-ons.
OK. Well, I hear what you're saying about shoelaces. Let's have a look at some of the alternatives. Perhaps these will offend you less. David, if you can just play some shoe-inspired music, please. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there. Thank you very much, David. I must say that wasn't quite as shoey as I'd hoped for. Right. Let's have a look at what we've got here. OK, we have the shoelaceless magnetic shoe. How about that?
Love that.
Would you like to try
Love that. Do you want me to pop it on?
No.
Oh. But you see how quickly I got that off?
Yes, actually, you made a very good point. You can try it on if you like.
I will try it on, because it's as simple as that.
OK.
This is wonderful. Look at that. I'm ready to go out.
You are. I think these are great, although my one worry would be if you were cooking and you dropped a pan on your foot, you would have the pan on your foot the whole day.
That is a worry.
Yeah. We have here the Lego buckled shoe. OK. And last but not least, the sticky tape shoe, which you can... Perhaps you'd like to see if you can make that work.
I mean, I think genuinely better than shoelaces. And less barbaric. Just round and round, is it? Just...
Keep going. Yeah, but you want a lot of purchase on that. You want? Yeah.
Just it looks good.
There we go.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and you're never going to say, "Where's the tape?" because it's on the shoe.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right. Get rid of that.
Yeah, but you see, having a lace in your shoe is often extremely useful for other things.
Well, like if your grandfather's asleep, and then you tie the shoelaces together, and then he stands up and falls and has a life-threatening spinal injury as a consequence.
There's that, Matt.
Yeah. Charming, isn't it? Well, it's time for me to decide the winner of the Lucas for most redundant technology. Now, Julian, I'm not sure your deep fat fryer holds any sway. It isn't redundant. Look at me. It's clearly being used quite often. So we'll have to put that one out of our minds. I think if we do get rid of phone boxes completely, Maureen, Superman will have nowhere to get dressed. And he'll have to go into a car phone warehouse, and they'll all laugh at him because he's only got the iPhone 3G. So, for that reason, the winner of the Lucas for most redundant technology is shoelaces. To our next award. Now, I know I'm going to be ruffling a few feathers here when I say there's lots of improbable shenanigans going on in the Bible, like the one about Lot's wife turning into a pillar of salt, or the whole 10 plagues kerfuffle. But which of these tall tales will bag the coveted Lucas for least likely to have actually occurred Bible story? The nominations are... Alex.
Methuselah lived until he was 969 years old.
Maureen.
It's the Book of Esther.
And Julian.
Adam and Eve being tempted by the snake.
So, the nominations for least likely to have actually occurred Bible story are Methuselah, the Book of Esther, and Adam and Eve and the Snake. So, Alex, tell us about Methuselah, who he was and why you've nominated this story.
Well, we all know he was the son of Enoch.
Right.
And, you know Enoch.
We know Enoch.
It's his son.
He lives at number 42, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's his lad.
Yeah.
And, well, the thing is, I'm currently trying to get into the Guinness Book of Records, Matt. I'm currently trying to become the oldest man in the world. Oh. I've been doing it for a while. It takes up a lot of my time, and I got a new personal best back in September. I got 33.
Well done.
Not bad. Not bad. But it's still, I mean, 114 is the world record currently for a man.
Okay.
Methuselah reckons he got 969. 900. It's a lot, isn't it? It's about 900 years older than me.
Right.
So it's old, isn't it? It's really. And I just think in those days they wouldn't have had like Barocca. It's really old. How old are you? I mean, you're less than, like, it's old, isn't it? 960.
I'm actually getting them for 19.
It's a lot older than that.
I'm 37.
OK, well, imagine...
how old are you? I'm not going to ask a lady how old she is.
Why?
Because I feel
Any woman who will tell you her age will tell you anything. Oscar Wilde said that. It's true.
So dare I ask you?
Yeah.
OK, how old are you?
Mind your own business.
Oh, she lured me in, didn't she? Ooh. He's not the only old person in the Bible. Of course, Methuselah's grandson was...
Noah.
Noah, of 2x2 fame, yes. And he lived to 950, had very good genes. Though you'd probably run out of jigsaws to do, wouldn't you? By then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both... I mean, Methuselah did virtually nothing in his life except he begat a lot of people.
Well...
He begat so many people.
That's exhausting, actually.
There's a lot of begatting to do, isn't there? Maureen, you've chosen the Book of Esther. Remind me and the rest of this godless nation what goes on in the Book of Esther.
Not the whole of the Book of Esther, but I was reading it recently at the King James Bible Week.
Well, you do. If the Maeve Binch is out of the library, you go for the Bible, don't you? Go for King James.
No, we were reading it, the whole of the King James Bible at various places in London. And my book was the Book of Esther, so therefore I'm quite familiar with it. But basically... what I find not believable in it is there was a king, Ahasuerus, let's say that after a couple of Baileys. Ahasuerus was having a 7-day party. He got very slammed and he sent for his wife because she was a looker. Except she won't come. She says, all the girls and I are having a Brazilian, we're not coming. And so therefore he divorces her. And then every virgin in the land is brought to the king and they all have a night each. And one of them is Esther. Now, where the story falls down is that Esther doesn't tell him that she's a Jewish girl, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't know. That's not possible.
Why? You think it's impossible not to know someone's Jewish? Tell me why this is.
Definition of a Jewish nymphomaniac? Someone who'll make love on the same day she's had her hair done.
Can I just say, we're Jewish, so we can say anything. And if you're watching and you're not Jewish, you can say nothing. And we're gay, so we can say anything. If you're watching and you're not gay, you can say nothing. And this is how comedy works. I can't do beard jokes. I can't do it. I'll get letters of complaint.
But I can.
You can. Oh, no.
So that's my point, you see. He would have known because, you know, she'd have been saying, "You never take me anywhere."
Right.
Is this well known, this bit of the Old Testament? I don't know it.
Do you not know? No, it's an interesting book, actually. It's a great story.
I still go to Sunday school. I still go to Sunday. I do. I still go to Sunday school. Last week, I done Abraham in paper mache. I done Isaac in fuzzy felt, and I done a Jacob in silly putty. I do. I still go. Julian, you've gone for the story of Adam and Eve and the snake, but I think before we talk about it, we should refamiliarise ourselves with it. So what I've done is I've got some scripts, and we're going to act it out. So Maureen. You might like to be Eve, the central protagonist. You've got a beard, so you can be Adam, mate. And Julian, if you can give us your serpent. Lovely. I'm going to narrate. And Mum, you can be God. You've got a script there.
Oh, right. Very appropriate.
It could be a woman. It could be a woman. He's not, but he could be. Okie dokie. So, in fact, just before, should we do ourselves a little bit of a warm-up?
OK.
Should we do some vocals? Yeah.
Ma.
Yeah.
I just normally sort of stretch.
Yeah, do a bit of a limbo. Yeah. We can do this one. We can go. Yeah, we can go from the bottom to the top. We'll do this in musicals. Julian, would you like to try that? Very nice. I'll do this warm up. Maybe you'd like to try. Any of you know how to go at that? Very nice, Maureen, I don't know that. Very nice. And Julian. OK, let's crack on with it. So, Eve's in the garden.
Yep.
Presume she's watering the plants. OK. Now, the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals that God had made. So be crafty, Julian, OK? He said to the woman, this is you, Julian, he said...
Did God really say? You must not eat from any tree in the garden.
The garden wasn't in Grimsby, Julian.
It could be northern, though.
It could be northern.
I'm trying to make it very different from myself. I'm channeling.
You're channeling.
That man from Bullseye.
Jim Bowen.
Yes.
Jim Bowen as Snake.
As the snake.
So you go on, do the line again for us, and then we'll go into the next bit.
Did God really... Oh, I can't.
Yes, you can!
Can I change my mind?
You can change your mind, but how do you want to do it now?
Irish.
Go on, then.
Did God really say? You must not eat from any tree in the garden.
The woman said to the serpent... Go on, Mo.
We may eat fruit from the tree in the garden, but God did not say you must not touch fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die.
And who's that supposed to be?
I don't know.
No. No, nor do we. But it's nice, and it gets you out the house. The serpent replied...
You will not certainly die, for God knows that what you eat from, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good, she took some and ate it. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there. Wait there. There you go, Mo.
Oh, thank you. Look.
I'm going to have a banana. OK, so... Go on, love, tuck in. Nice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
OK. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her. And he ate it. It's all right. We've checked her. She hasn't got germs, so fine. So God called to the man.
Where are you?
Round of applause for my mum, ladies and gentlemen. So Adam answered. This is you, Alex. Remember, the bar has been set quite high here.
I heard you in the garden, God, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid.
He said naked.
I did my line, but I hid because I was naked and I didn't want people to see my everything.
And God replied.
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?
She's good, isn't she? You can see where I get it from. The man's... It's getting a bit dull, this, isn't it? Can you do any funny voices? You do impressions?
I can do loud or quiet.
OK. Why don't you do half loud, half quiet? Why don't you veer from one to another?
What, every other word?
Yeah.
That woman you put me with, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. It's not ideal, is it?
No, it's not ideal. So God said to the serpent...
Because you have done this, you will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life.
And that's how it ended. A round of applause, please, for the Matt Lucas players. Thank you very much. Thank you. Julian. So, Julian, that seems like a very realistic tale to me. What have you got a problem with there?
OK, well, my interest in heterosexual life is very limited anyway. But if this is really what the whole of life is based on, you know, the kind of stain of original sin, it doesn't seem the worst thing in the world to have eaten an apple if you're a little bit peckish. And women seem to carry this burden forevermore.
Does the punishment fit the crime? That's what I ask.
It's the snake that gets the punishment.
The snake has the punishment.
The snake has been made to wiggle on its belly on the face of the earth forevermore.
What was it doing before, then?
It was walking. It had massive, gorgeous legs. It was the Betty Grable of all snakes.
How did it hand the apple without any arms?
Mouth.
It doesn't hang together, does it?
The more I think about it, if there was a talking serpent, somewhere in the story, people would have gone, he's talking. He's a serpent and he's talking. And more than that, if there was a talking serpent, we'd have seen it on the One Show. So, for that reason, the winner of the Lucas for least likely to have occurred Bible story is Adam and Eve and the snake. It's time for our next award, and this is a very interesting one, actually, because I thought you were going out. You said you were going out. I've got people round. Can you just go and eat upstairs, please? She never goes out. She never goes out. What now?
Chopsticks!
All right. Hey, this flatmate on Gumtree. I can't believe it. She never goes out. Yeah, but and I say, "You're going to go out because I don't want someone around the whole house all the time." She goes, "No, I'm going out. I'm never here. I'm never here. You won't even notice. You won't even notice. Every time I'm here, she comes in and she won't let go out." Time for our last award of the evening. Now, there's no doubt that all of our guests excel as performers, but I'd like to know what other remarkable but perhaps less useful talents they've been hiding from us. Nominations, please, for the Lucas for most impressive but ultimately pointless skill. Julian.
I can make a coin disappear.
Maureen.
I can hula hoop to the shops.
Alex.
If someone says the name of a motorway service station, I can instantly say the name of the motorway.
So, the nominations for most impressive but ultimately pointless skill are Julian for making a coin disappear, Maureen for walking and hula hooping at the same time, and Alex for knowing which of the 103 service stations in the UK are on which motorways. So, Julian, you're a budding magician, are you?
No, this is the only trick I can do, and I was taught it... well, someone showed it to me when I was a child, and then I, over years, persuaded this person to show me how it was done.
All right, well, let's put your wild claim to the test. Comedian Julian Clary, please assume your position. Julian Clary, please do your performance, please.
Here's the coin. I'm going to make it disappear into my elbow.
OK.
Sorry.
There we go. How about that? Thank you very much. Julian Clary, ladies and gentlemen. OK, so, Maureen, tell us about your hoop and how you came to hula.
Just something I used to do as a kid because I wasn't at all sporty, so I just used to do hula hooping in the garden. And then my mother asked me to do something one day. I didn't want to go, so I just carried on walking with the hula hoop still going. And every time I do it, I have to go to the osteopath, so the bill's with you, Chuck.
OK. Well, Maureen, it's time to see your pointless skill in action, so if you'd like to step over to Performance Village.
Yes, thank you.
Maureen Lipman, CBE, please do your performance, please. Oh, how about that?
You never give up.
Whoa! Whoa! Not bad. I think that's pretty good. You liked it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. David, do you have a special pointless skill?
It's hugely unimpressive, but I can make the bottom left-hand part of my lip move independently of the other side of my lip.
Really?
Yeah.
OK.
Ready?
Yeah, OK. David Arnold, please do your lip performance, please. It's very good, I like that. So, Alex, you claim to be able to name any motorway by the service station on it. And I feel obliged to ask you how you came to be in possession of this knowledge.
Well, Matt, I've got...
Yes, Alex.
I've got just very slightly too many children.
Right. How many have you got?
2.
Right.
So I haven't got a...
Which one? What are
I
their
like them
names?
both. They're both called Tom.
Right.
So stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. So I lost the office with the second one. So I now work in the Beaconsfield services at M40. And I drift round motorways when I get bored of one, and I travel a lot. My life's not great.
No. Well, it's time to put your money where your beard-covered mouth is. Alex Horne, you know what to do. Please make your way over to the performance area. OK. Your name?
Alex Horne.
Profession?
Writer.
And your specialist subject?
I know, if somebody says... I'm pretty good at motorway service stations.
OK. You have an unspecified amount of time to name the motorway from the service station, starting from now. Newport Pagnell.
M1.
Correct. Pease Pottage.
M23.
Correct. Heston.
M4 West.
Correct. Rivington.
M61.
Correct. Frankly.
Frankly, M5.
Correct.
Thank you.
Ferrybridge.
Ferrybridge, M62.
Correct. Sandbach.
M6.
Correct. Membury.
Membury, M4. Easy.
Whoa, cocky.
Well, it is a bit. Membury.
Yeah, he's Membury, though, isn't it? Yeah. Birchhanger Green.
M11.
Correct. Scotch Corner.
A1. M.
A1M is correct. Damn. Macon St Alban.
Say again?
Macon St Alban. That's the A6 in France, it's a wind-up. The one with the Harry Ramsdens and the man in the car park selling fake Rolexes.
M2.
Correct. The one with the little chef where the toilets are flooded and you can really smell it.
Yeah, M3. Horrible. Horrible.
Correct. Congratulations. Well, it's time for me to decide who is going to win this Lucas Award. I think you've all been very impressive, you've all been very pointless, but I don't think anything can beat you, Alex. So congratulations, Mr. Alex Horne. He is the winner of the Lucas for most impressive but ultimately pointless skill. Well, that's just about it for tonight. Before we go, all I need to do is award this week's Lucas of Lucases, our special prize that goes tonight to the most charming guest. Who's been the most charming guest? Alex, you've been nice, you've been endearing, but a little bit sinister. Maybe it's the beard. Maureen, you're lovely and very charming, but you've already got a CBE, haven't you?
Yeah, but there's no Empire. Give us an award.
OK, well, in that case, the Lucas of Lucases goes to Miss Maureen Lipman. There you go. There you go. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Oh, well, I'd like to thank my, my guard and all the little people who made this possible for me.
Smurfs.
Thank you so much. This award is not for me, it's for him.
Oh.
We'll share. Thank you. You can tell it's BBC, no genitals at all.
Well, congratulations to both of you. Commiserations to you.
That's right.
I think it's been a nice evening, though. Yeah. Well, thanks to all my guests, Julian Clary, Maureen Lipman and Alex Horne, to David Arnold, my mum, and to everyone at home for watching. Take it away, David!
Goodbye, my friend, that's all there is from me. Sign off, go home, get on your bike, there's nothing more to see. I gave you a show which I hoped that you would bless with your divine approval, but if not, I must confess that if you think I've acted rather oddly and consider the whole thing quite ungodly, I do hope you'll say a prayer for me, Lord.